Hi guys, this is GSN and I'm here with the unboxing of the Huawei P Smart 2021. So, it's the first handset with a 2021 in its name, and it's a mid-range handset with a large screen and also a pretty generous battery with a capacity of 5000 mAh. Okay, so the price tag is around $200 and we have here the green version, which looks pretty beautiful. There's also a gold version and a black version, and this is plastic and the frame should also be plastic, but it's a pretty well built phone. I'm going to fire it up, and as it boots up, we're going to look through the accessories inside the box. So it was unveiled in September, it's still rather fresh, and it provides the following. First of all, you have the metal key used to access the slots. Then we have the charger, which promises Huawei Supercharge, which in this case is 22.5 watts, and it connects via USB-A port. And here we have the cable, which goes from USB-C to full USB-A, and that's about it. No headphones here, no gimmicks, nothing else. Okay, so that's everything available inside the box. We also covered the design, at least the material, as I said before. It's glass and, well, excuse me, it's plastic here and there's glass at the front side. And if you're talking about measurements, this hefty phone measures 9.3 millimeters in thickness and weighs 206 grams. Now, in this flat power button here, we have embedded the fingerprint scanner for the security purposes. And since it has boot up, I think it's time to also open it up. Now, aside from that, as I said before, we're getting quite the generous display here. It's an IPS LCD with a Full HD resolution and a 6.67-inch diagonal, pretty large, and the TUV Rhineland blue light filter. Now, aside from that, we have a pretty familiar face inside, the Kirin 710A CPU, 14nm octa-core, accompanied by 4 gigs of RAM and 128 GB of storage plus microSD to expand the storage. On the battery front, we're getting a 5000 mAh unit with 22.5 watt wired charging. Okay, now moving further from that, if you look at the bottom of the phone, you're going to see the singular speaker, the USB-C port, the audio jack here and a microphone next to it. At the top side, there's a microphone. On this side here, there are the slots for the cards and SIM, and here we have the volume buttons and the flat power button with a fingerprint scanner. Now, as you can see, we have a top center side punch hole for the selfie camera, which is an 8-megapixel shooter. And then we move to the back side when we find a quad camera setup with a design which seems rather inspired by the Huawei P40 Lite. This is the flash, and here we have the promise of AI quad camera with a 48-megapixel main shooter. Now, as I said, 48 megapixel is the main camera with f1.8 aperture and face detection autofocus, coupled with an ultra-wide 8-megapixel camera, and then we have two 2-megapixel shooters, one macro and one bokeh. We also have Wi-Fi BGN. There's also Bluetooth 5.1, GPS, GLONASS and BDS for your global positioning needs, and this is Android 10 with EMUI 10.1 on top of it. Okay, so what else we can say here? I think it's time to have a quick glance at the camera interface. So we go here and things are rather typical for a Huawei phone. There's the more section with super macro, panorama, time-lapse, slow-mo, HDR, stickers, moving picture and high resolution to take full 48 megapixel shots. Now, let's see what resolution we're getting here in the video department. Okay, so it's full HD. I've seen some areas where this phone is listed as shooting 4K. Turns out we only get full HD, and you can also select only 30 FPS. Okay, and then we have photo, we have portrait, we have the night mode, and we have the aperture mode, and this is pretty much it. Now, I don't know if you know this, but the App Store here, the Huawei AppGallery, has evolved quite a bit. There's no Google Play Store on board, but this one actually has some interesting extras. For one, you can install Fortnite from it, and right now it holds 80% of the top 3000 apps which you can find in the Play Store, so it's coming up nicely. There are some like ride sharing for Bolt. In the games department, you can find some hits like Guns of Glory. There's also Game of Thrones. There's Free Fire. There should also be Creative Destruction, Lords Mobile, and those are only some examples. The often played Asphalt 9 and Standoff 2. And as I said before, the list is still growing. Now, if you want to install other apps or perform some searches or do some other tasks. There are other apps for you, like for example, there's one called the Petal Search, which is actually a search engine as well. Okay, let's go back from here. This is Petal. And aside from providing you with news, it also has an app section, weather section, and image section. Basically, it's a replacement for Google search. You can see here the news, business, my feed, and so much more. And when you're searching, you can also get some apps recommended here for you, including WhatsApp, TikTok, with all of their sources. And then there's also a phone clone if you want to bring the apps from an older Huawei phone to this one, and you can also bring the apps from another brand phone, even an iPhone. Okay, so this is pretty much it. For me, this feels like an alternative to the Huawei P40 Lite, with a different approach to the camera department, and also with a large battery which is supposed to last for a very long time. And the CPU is a bit more modest than the one on the P40 Lite, but the price is also pretty affordable at $200. Okay, so this is it from gsn.com. We'll be back with a full review before you know it. Bye bye.